Right, that's going to be the big decider of this map is Kwanro's next step after this. All that vessel coming out. Oh, there's the second vessel right now.
Okay, now Radiant does go down. He does a decent split. He gets that damage muted out of there very quickly.
Alright, so basically alright, so here comes Mind Doom push. What he needs to do is protect these tanks right now. The tanks are going to be the great equalizer is coming up.
And this counterattack is a huge mistake here because he's not going to have any units to defend at home once he loses his units inside of the natural. GG is going to be called eventually, right there, right away. And that is going to be the end of it. Mind taking game number 3. It is a 2-1 series now.
Yeah, fantastic play for Mind. Especially that early Marine poke that set forth the rest of the game. He got like 5 drones, and that basically forced Kwanro to go all in the rest of the map. A very low economic style of Zerg play.
This is just another. This is a big example of why Kwanro really has to win this early game. But we're still seeing. We haven't seen a straight up game. Really, I know that this was as normal as it's gotten in the first 3 games. But still, this early aggression hasn't allowed either player to evolve into a stable economic mid-game for both sides.
Right, I don't know whether it's like the pressure from both players, but it seems like a kind of a sloppy gameplay so far. Like we're not seeing like the top tier ZVT or either side. But Mind did make some good decisions those games. The early Marine poke and then playing defensive for the rest of the map until he got his science vessels out with the radiate.
Right.
That was pretty good from him.
And maybe we're seeing a lot of these mistakes from both players because they are really that good at playing aggressive, and so they're good at making other opponents make mistakes. I mean, that could be the fact too, is that they're just that good at getting into the minds of the opposing player.
That might also be a factor as well.
I mean, because against any other player, they were rolling over their opponents.
True.
But now that this is a 2-1, it's going on to Avalon, and the last 2 games the last 2 matches that were played on Avalon by Mind were Barracks Supply, were 2 racks builds, one that defeated Bisu and one that defeated Hero. So what are we going to see here from Mind? Is he going to continue that streak and go for that 2 racks build, or will he just use the advantage of the tank push that we discussed earlier in this cast?
You know, if I were Mind, I would actually go for that BBS build right away. Like, continue to be aggressive, like, no matter what. It seems like that is Mind's game plan this series, to be aggressive on every map.
Right. And they definitely have that, like, the pace is set. The blood is flowing. The mindset is, okay, we're going to play this constant early, there's very, very, non-strategic, chaotic battle early in the match. So maybe let's just take that into game number 4 and continue the trend. It looks like we are going to be going into this game. Guys, you're watching the Hungry app, Kongdoo Starz League. I am BisuDagger, along with me, amazing XKCD, and I'm so happy to see that we've reached nearly 250 viewers for today. So thank you for coming out and listening to us. We will be starting game number 5 very shortly of this best of 7.
Yeah, that's a fantastic viewership number. Thank you for all those who stayed up this late or woke up early to watch this.
Absolutely. Those of you in Europe, you are true champions, because I know that it is early in the morning for you, and you probably have to avoid going to church or whatever you like to do early in Sunday morning to watch the greatness that is Brood War. After nearly 18 years of greatness now of StarCraft 1, it is amazing that we can continue this trend.
Right. And it's going to get hopping right away.
Yes, the sick countdown here. The countdown so good, so awesome, that even in StarCraft 2 they implemented the countdown because people missed it so much from StarCraft 1. So call it out, XKCD. What do we have here on this map, Avalon?
Alright, it's going to be the first horizontal spawns. So as the yellows are going to top left, will be Kwanro. And it seems like the white Terran is going to be Mind. So if anything, BBS builds would be actually the best build to do.
Absolutely. This is a fortuitous positions for either player that decides to go for the cheese. So we're just tentatively watching these SCVs, and when I don't think that SCV production will stop. Obviously, it's going to get capped at the max supply before supply depot has to be built. And are we going to see barracks drop down first, or that supply depot? It's going to get really interesting very quickly. Okay, so I'm guessing that we are not going to see a 9-pull build here. It looks like it's probably going to be, it could be a 12-pull build, though. How about that? That would be a more secure opening than going for the 12 hatch, getting that spawning pull out a little bit earlier.
I think it's going to be it on a 12 hatch, which is risky because this map is so small.
And we've seen that risk never pays off on Avalon.
On the other side, Mine is playing standard himself, so it looks like Kwanro might be able to get away with this.
Wow, so he does go Overlord, 12 hatch, no pool quite yet.
So, I mean, even though we would say that 12 hatch is a standard build for Zerg against Terran, on this map it's pretty risky. If you already see Kwanro scouting for early bunker, he had his drone circle around at the front.
Right. Okay, and 2 racks does happen. I was wondering if this was if this is what was going to happen. Wins all, never loses. Posted on the sign there.
It's probably just going to say Zerg Rush on that sign.
Yeah, instead it was like this badass photo of him in like a dark scene with him pointing. I don't know what he's doing there, but maybe he's pointing to like a DT, but you couldn't see the DT. No detection in that picture.
So basically what this build's going to happen is, so this is Mine playing the safe variation on this map, because he's still probably going to go for that early command center. But it is actually very safe, like the old school Terran play back in like 2002, 2004.
So now we're seeing XKCD. We're seeing something right here where he's going to expand. Well, he's not going to expand. He's going to be putting his 3rd hatch at a mineral line in the back. Are we going to see the repercussions of the larva? Are we going to see the repercussions of that 3rd hatch being in the back, and he can't get his reinforcements quicker than if he had put it in his main base?
I really don't think so.
He's definitely going to have to focus on building from the larva at the main and natural first.
And we're going to see Mine go again for another bunker rush.
Oh my god, it looks like the bunker is going to finish up too. It's getting really close. That creep colony, it's going to the sunken right now. There's 3 Marines this time. Last time we only saw 2, 3 jumping inside, and it is within range of this hatchery too. I don't know if he can hold this hatchery. The SCV is doing a lot of damage on that sunken colony right away. Oh, but it does have range on that bunker.
He needs to get the hatchery down right away.
Yes, and is that hatchery going to fall before more lings can come out and he can take out that bunker? This is going to get so close. I think that he needs to build another creep colony. As soon as that sunken dies, he's going to be in a lot of trouble.
I don't know if he can kill the creep colony. He needs to get that first sunken colony down for Mine. Sure, he's repairing.
Yeah, so he's constantly repairing, but it's really not that many minerals, considering that he has enough SCVs to support this back home.
Yeah, and another thing to note is that Mine actually cut SCVs.
Wow, okay, so here comes the giant push. The Ling's trying to capture all the attention of these SCVs, but I don't think that he's going to get it. Oh my goodness.
Repair Imba.
Now, you know what Mine's not doing? Is he needs to, like, run in, attack real quick with his Marines, and then pull them back if he wants to kill off that sunken colony.
Right, but, you know, actually, now you're talking about, remember Kwanro's decision to take that backdoor natural?
Right.
It's not going to be that bad now. He's still going to have 2 mining bases. And it looks like Mine's going to produce SCV production. He's going to get the gas now.
I'm really surprised that he packed up everything and went home. You know, maybe not leaving any Marines home at the natural to try and pick off anything that he could, but doesn't want to risk, I guess, losing his army. As soon as medics come out, though, he can turn around and do another push immediately following this.
Right. I mean, this is not that bad of a situation for Kwanro. I mean, he lost a hatchery. And that's why he's trying. He can't take gas yet. But
The only thing that really put him behind is the significant amount of lings that he tried to make to take down that bunker instead of focusing on droning. But he's not that too far behind on drones, like you said. He does have that hatchery. I'd say he's about 5 or 6 behind where he needs to be to have that good economy at this point in the game. Oh, and I thought he was going to build another bunker.
No, that's just a scouting SCV. Did Mind actually trick that SCV out? Or that was just a random SCV being left around the map that we didn't catch earlier? So now the question is, what does Kwanro do from here? Does he go for all in? Or does he just play defensive, try to get Mutalist out and try to go late game?
He has a couple options. He does have the backdoor option, of course, where he could try and blow that open with the lings that he has just laying around. He could go with the mutas, and it looks like because of the way he's mining the gas from his main and his backdoor, that he will be going for mutas. But also, I think that Overlord drops, if he can get to that tech, can play off pretty well in the future of this game. It just depends on how well mine turrets up.
And here we have it. Mine's going to stay all in, looks like. If the first 2 medics are out.
And he's refusing to build a command center so far.
So far.
But he can definitely survive without taking that natural base at this point because of the damage he did early on.
Right. And he can build that command center at the backdoor natural, too, because it's not really that bad for Terran thing. Terran doesn't really need gas that much early game.
But if Kwanro survives here, his economy will start to put him ahead.
That's so many sunkens.
Wow.
Is Mine going to charge into this?
Yeah, it looks like he's going to do it, but he's about a medic or 2 short, I would say, of being able to continue this push.
Is this going to work?
Oh my god, the sunkens aren't done in time. The stim is done. And now firebats are coming in. There's no lings in here to help out. There is a sunken in the back, though. So the damage is done. He's going to have to pull back.
Going to have to pull back, but Kwanro just lost like 6 sunkens. You know how much minerals that is right there?
Oh my goodness. But he did survive, and he has 3 bases. He has 3 mining bases right now.
Oh, you're going to go for the back door.
Okay, this is a turn of events right here. The twist that I did not expect. This back door is about to get attacked. The Overlord is going to be able to scout it out here, though. And he's going to try and take this down, this Zell Naga tower. Look at the damage. It's going down so quickly. And forcing now another 100 minerals right there going to the Creek colonies.
But what Mine needs to be careful is not allow Zergans going into his main base. Because pretty open for Zerg to just be able to run in right now.
It is, and guess what? He's still sitting on 1 base. He is going up to that science facility, so this might turn all in at some point. I mean, he's continuing to just force this 1 base aggression, and this 3 base economy I think is going to pay off really well. And he has 3 gases. Think about that. Oh, look at that. Shout out to the TL boys. Stratos, Preach, we got them all out there.
And looking sharp right there.
Absolutely. Okay, so I think this is going to be an overwhelming number of mutas, and he doesn't even have turrets back at home. XKCD.
I think Mine could be over to relying on his science vessel to be ready for all these mutalists.
Wow, I honestly think this is going to backfire against Mind. Kwanro is actually looking pretty good against this, and because he's known about this push in the back, he's well prepared for it. Got those 3 sunkens right away, didn't even question it, said this is what I'm going to do, this is what I'm going to have. And finally turrets are coming up. He does recognize that there is this muta threat and that the irradiate isn't going to be finished up in time to deal with the mutas without heavily turreting this main base.
Right, and the thing I'm most worried about is that just Mine's lack of a second base. I mean, he could have taken a second base all this time. And Kwanro's already expanded to a 4th.
And it's not even going to get scouted out. He's going to have this 4th base, and this is going to be an incredible economy for Kwanro. I still think things are looking pretty bad for Mind right now. The decent muta count, he will be able to take on a few of these turrets. He's got to make sure he escapes the Marines, though. Fortunately, there is a nice back exit area for him to micro away. we're kind of seeing what happened to Haya in this Hero versus Haya matchup, where the Mutas were able to go to so much work in the main base.
But mine has a pretty big army count though.
That is true. He needs to constantly produce. His barracks count is pretty low though. He's basically got this 1-1-1 build where he's going off barracks factory starport build right now. Just an additional barracks mixed in with this build.
I'm wondering, and look, wow, double expanding as well. You're going to take the 5th base at the 7 o'clock location. Meanwhile, his mutas are going to keep trying to poke in.
Oh, that irradiate! Oh, that's doing a ton of damage!
Oh my goodness!
That was a really nice irradiate for mine. It's so hard to click through and find that one muta sometimes. It damages the whole entire flock. For those of you who aren't that familiar with StarCraft 1, such a strong ability to deal with a high muta count.
And it looks like we're going to have Kwanro go for the hive tech already. We've seen a little bit earlier that we have Queen's Knight being built.
I don't remember ever seeing a Kwanro hive tech game.
Me neither. I think
this is incredible. Yeah, I'm sure we've seen it, but in the Sospa era, no, I don't know if he's ever gone to a hive tech game between SSLs and the KSL. Not happened.
You know, the weird part, it feels like the roles of both players are reversed. Generally speaking, mine will be the one that wants to go late game, or Kwanro's the one the aggressor. It seems like this series, mine's the aggressor, Kwanro's the defensive player.
Right. But since Bisu versus mine game 1 was the last time we saw a true macro game. I guess he did play one macro game against Hero, but that was forced after a defended bunker rush that mine went for. No, but since game 1 versus Bisu, he hasn't played a standard game.
Looks like mine's going to be confident enough to move across the map here. I mean, mine has to do damage here no matter what.
And if he loses these tanks, he won't have the production to do another push, because he only has one factory. It's going to take way too long to get more tanks.
It's not that big of a unit.
Oh, Greater Spire. Greater Spire's coming up, and now we're going to see Guardians. This is more of that Modesty style build that we were trying to mention earlier.
See how quickly mine moved across the map here? It was only a couple seconds.
We're getting a little bit of lag here, guys. I'm sorry.
The tanks are going to be sieging the Sun Guns right now. Kwanro doesn't really have too much. He's going to try to push up here, but he needs to get all the Sun Guns down. Festival's dancing across, trying to get vision.
Right.
I'm not sure what Kwanro can do right now.
Oh my God, my stream keeps freezing. I'm sorry, guys. XKCD, I'm losing you on the microphone, and I'm losing the game right now. Let's see if I can bring this down to a lower quality to help out.
Mine making this work. Mine is making this work. He pushes in this.
Oh my God. Okay, Mind is pushing in with his Marines, and what does Kwanro have to defend here?
Are being morphed. But the DP, the Marines are just simply too great. Fantastic Marines coming in from mine. The reinforcements are coming in right now. There's a lot of reinforcement. Yeah, they already had 3 tanks being sieged up. I don't think Kwanro can hold.
Oh my God.
Kwanro's going to lose his natural once again. And his one base play from mine working. What is this?
But he has 2 more hatcheries outside of the natural that he can use to reinforce, and he's going to be able to come into the back.
Okay, so there's the first defiler. Okay, that first defiler. Where's the consume? We need to see the consume immediately. Mine needs to be pushing on the ramp now. Oh, there's the Dark Swarm. So he might be able to hold just a tiny bit, but... he's gonna push into the Dark Swarm. Mine needs to push into the Dark Swarm right now. There's no lurkers or anything. We already have units in the main base. GG.
Oh my God.
Oh, more white people.
Oh my God, so Mindus is stuck inside of this natural base right now. He's trying to push up inside of this main. Is he going to be able to get enough damage here? Oh, did you call GG already?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, okay. I thought you were just saying that. I was several seconds behind. Wow. Guys, I'm sorry about the lag in the GG right there, if you were watching my stream. I cannot believe Mind pulled that off. That is a great case of how you can just overexpand and completely underestimate your opponent. Instead of taking a 5th base, he should have been constantly making units to keep up with the unit count of Mind. Because he only needed to win the army battle once. Since he had such great economy, all he had to do was win that engagement once, and Mind would not be able to re-macro in time.
It's not even that he had to win once, he just had to delay. I mean, you can force like bad engagement for your the Zerg player, especially if you had lurkers there that you just use the lurkers to slow down the Terran push. Remember, this is Avalon, so any Terran push is gonna be extremely scary. You're just gonna show up in your natural in like 20 seconds, like 10 seconds.
Right. Man, I just don't remember the last time I've seen a one Terran base play against Zerg like that and just pulled off so deadly. Terran is really powerful off of one base. You know, you just can't argue that.
I remember, like, that was Mind opened up with the bunker rush that worked, but I mean, maybe it would have been safer for him to get a second command center, but he demonstrated that the micro potential for Terran units,
right,
is just way too strong.
So imagine this: if Kwanro had brought all his mutas into his backdoor expansion and waited until the Greater Spire was done and morphed Guardians, he would have had them to defend his main. And instead, you know, he threw everything into his natural, lost his army, and then didn't have anything to defend by the time the army got to his main. So I think he just, like you said with delay, I think he needed to make sure he was throwing the right units away when he was trying to delay. And he was wasting with the wrong units.
Or like he should have done with those mutilas. He started a couple mutilas, right? Even though those the irradiate that killed a lot of them. At least try to force Mind to waste on the radiate. But at the very least, force Mind to be more protective of his tanks. If Mind was to be able to just throw his tanks out there and allow them to push up all the way to the natural without having to leapfrog.
Right.
Which would help to add to the speed of it. Remember, well, we didn't let big of a push to begin with.
It looks like there's going to be a break here as everybody kind of left the stadium. Seats are out, emptying.
Yeah, I'm wondering if there could be like another K-pop song or something.
I'm gonna have to try and sync up with time on you, so that way I'm not behind. Guys, I'm gonna refresh my stream real quick. Sometimes you just gotta do that.
I'm on 720p, so maybe if I lower it down, I'll be in sync with you.
Well, I was on 720p, but I was lagging out, so I'm going down to 480. Okay, tell me what you see.
Well, I see arrows on the screen, and I see like a star with a tip.
Okay, I just saw that too. I see the egg with the megaphone, a bunch of eggs.
Yeah, I see that.
A bunch of eggs.
I see a new screen, like a black website.
Yeah, with the eggs with the plus 300.
Alright, sweet, we're in sync.
Okay, cool. Alright, that's good. Guys, this is Hungry App. If you want to support the tournament, figure out how to download Hungry App applications. They have apparently everything in the world. Hey, and that looks like one of the girls that did the interview.
She was a Hungry App girl. She's probably one of their PR models or something.
Yeah, she can continue to PR model. I get it.
If you know what I mean.
If you know what I mean. Man.
Lenny face. We're at a 2-2 series right now, so anyone who voted for a game to be over in 5, or any of their staff members who voted for the game to be over in 5 games or less are wrong. So I still have the chance to be right.
Right. Yeah, I predicted 4-2. So mine would have to win his next 2.
I predicted 4-3 for mine.
Although I'm satisfied so far with the series. I mean, this is about as good as we could have asked for. So let's see who I'm gonna list off the staff members that are already out of the running here. It's just a tank and Foe Intax predicted 4-0 Mind, so they're out. Sail, Ingenuity, and Shell Shock are all out. They predicted Mind 4-1. Snowman and Carnivorous Sheep are out. They predicted 4-0 Kwanro. And Zealously and Stushu, I don't know how to pronounce that, predicted 4-1 Kwanro. But a lot of people still are in the running here.
Hype.
Yeah, you have a 4-3 win for Mind, and Seeker also predicted that for you.
But you're not running for it. You know how it says like the staff icons? Like, I don't have. It's just like an empty picture in that article for those who don't have special icons.
I know, and there's a story behind that. I was too lazy to go out on Paint and copy your icons and create them. Well, for special icons, if you right click on them, you could save the picture link and just like image link it right away. But for the special icons, for whatever reason, I couldn't get to the icon page because I didn't have permissions for it for the normal ones, and I didn't want to go and like screenshot and do all that process. So sorry to you and Big Fan and whoever else I left out. Ingenuity.
It's okay. One day we'll get special icons.
Yeah, you guys are bound to get them because you've been helping out. Pretty good with TL, and especially as Counter-Strike grows.
That reminds me, has Robin? No, he hasn't responded yet. Yeah, for those of you who are into Counter-Strike, we're gonna have a really massive bunch of articles coming out pretty soon for ESL Katowice. It probably might be one of the biggest things that Team Liquid ever done.
Nice.
Actually, might be even bigger than any previous StarCraft 2 boot or any even Dota coverage in terms of the amount of work that we put into this.
You know what?
So you guys should be.
You know what? That says a lot because I feel like the Team Liquid coverage teams put in so much effort into like making really good quality content. Like even with Brood War, where we know, okay, we're gonna get maybe 15,000 views compared to the, maybe 80,000 views that a StarCraft 2 article will get. But we still put in effort to put in these really long, write-ups. The SSL write-ups were so incredible. Like those infographics, they just blew me away.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so I'm really happy with the content that TL puts out on all fronts. So for you to say that, I mean, I'm going to read them just because I feel like that's going to be pretty impressive. That's a bold statement to make. So,
well, think about it this way. There's 16 teams, right?
Right.
In Katowice, so we have, each team has their own feature-length article. And then we're going to have more infographics. We're going to have a couple hype videos. And then we're going to have even more articles just talking about the tournament itself.
Awesome. And you know what you guys got? Is you guys got a few new graphic artists that joined in on the fray. So
we've been heavily recruiting.
Yeah, exactly. You guys have recruited tons of graphic guys. So that's pretty cool.
So I have I've definitely seen some of their work, so definitely be excited for that. I can't wait for it.
Absolutely. If you guys are wondering what to do with your time besides just sitting here during a commercial break and listening to us, definitely go inside that LR thread and give it a chat. I'm wondering, it's gone up to a total of 11 pages right now, but get in there and just throw those threads into high page numbers. Spam if you have to. I don't give a crap. Get the numbers high and show people that we are back as Brood War fans.
Don't worry about that.
Take warnings and bans. It's okay.
Yeah. Like the moderation threads for Brood War LR threads are so minimal.
Right.
Because it's an LR thread and it's Brood War, right? So the only people who are going to be like in those Brood War fans are the dedicated fans themselves. So don't worry about being mindless spamming.
Right, and the best part is, like, the worst that we'll ever get is, like, GG Zerg getting in an argument with Gecko.
Those are the best.
Oh my god. Those guys. It's like a fight between in-laws. I love it. But it just, the threads wouldn't be the same without them, so we keep them.
Let's listen to some music.
Okay.
21.
What do you think? It's time for mind hype?
It's always time for mind hype.
Alright, here we go. Let's start from the beginning. Oh my god. Here we go. Mine. Mine. That APM too, the one finger APM, that's what blows me away. The boxing cat.
All you need to do is hold the button down, you get 800 APM.
Yeah, that was the best StarCraft 2 glitch.
It even works in Bruno as well. Just hold it down. Like you have your, let's say you have your hatchery hotkey to 4, so you have your Nexus hotkey to 1 or 2. Just hold it down. Like you'll have 1200 APM.
XKCD. I'm reading the LR thread, and Plexa apparently is watching this stream, because he just said, span the thread, the bots certainly aren't watching.
B9 plus Plexa.
Hey, you know what? I don't have a report button on my on my file, so I'm okay. Oh my goodness. You know what? I would like to see a good old Brood War staff battle it out, you know? Get some admins back in here and play some Hunters, Kespa. That'd be awesome.
Why don't just make a little PGH tournament?
Yeah, Team Liquid staff
or at the very
PGH
least,
tournament.
bring back the Gem League. Because that kind of discontinued. Remember the Gem League back in the old days?
Which one?
The Gem League? That Troz hosted? Like
Oh, yeah.
Staffers. They'll put down all the weirdest maps.
Yeah, that was awesome. All those weird maps. That's where we should definitely have the tournament. On the multiplayer ones, do like 2v2s. Oh, I wonder if we're going to be getting back into it very shortly here. Some more mind hype. We got to see his both his Bisu games in the commercial break there. If you guys missed out on those, game number 1 was actually quite good. Game number 2 was a BBS. And as usual, Avalon actually didn't disappoint. That was the longest game on Avalon.
Game we had so far
in the whole tournament.
Whole tournament, every Avalon game has been amazing. For the hilarious reason, for the serious reason, for the oh crap, that just happened reason.
Right. You know what? The game that came in second was Zero versus who did Zero play? Zero versus High maybe, where he went all he went all lurkers on Avalon. What was that game? It was completely weird. I thought it was a Zero game. Oh no, Zero
on Avalon?
No, Zero versus Mong on Avalon in the first of the best of 3. Remember where he went for like fast lurkers instead of going for mutas?
Oh yeah.
Oh, Mong just
weird.
rolled over him. He went with that 2 starport build.
That was a weird game.
Fast race. Yeah, it was another weird Avalon game. Well, I don't think we'll ever see something straight up there.
At least we'll get to see the last of the new maps in.
Right, so Demian is a 3-player map, and every time I look at it, if I don't know that it's being played, it absolutely reminds me of Destination. So if you guys really do remember that map, just bring back that Destination nostalgia, because it does look like it. Same tile set and everything. Mm-hmm.
Wins all, never loses. So now here's the important thing to know. Mine's actually on a 2-game winning streak right now. So he had the momentum coming into this fifth game. If he gets it to 3-2, then the pressure would just start to completely build up on Kwanro.
Right.
Who had initially had a 2-0 lead. Start thinking to himself, oh, what's happening to me now?
Yeah, but he did do the reverse kill on Zero. So, I mean, Kwanro has shown that he can keep it together. And I don't think that he's tilting at all just because there's a reverse, 2 wins. I think that it's just gone in Mind's favor because all 4 of these games could have gone in either way.
True. But for that reverse kill against Zero, I feel like more than Zero throwing the game away.
Yeah, Zero definitely threw that series away.
Why would you ever go 5-pool against a Zerg?
I don't know. That was nuts.
Even if it was going to work, there's no reason to do it. Because you know your opponent's going to 9-pool from Avalon. And that's just an auto loss. I don't know what Zero was thinking that game.
Right. So we're looking at Demian now, and what do you do on a 3-player map that's different in ZVT than a 4-player map? I mean, how do you approach the mid game as a Zerg player? Because I feel like no matter how many spawn positions there are, Terran has like a set game plan in ZVT. You know, get your barracks out, apply a little bit of pressure. If that works, apply more pressure, get more barracks down. If it doesn't, build up your tech and continue. But as a Zerg player, where do you go after you get your natural? Is Mutas still a viable strategy on this map? And how do you approach getting a 3rd and a 4th? And this is where XKCD is giving me this really in-depth explanation that no one can hear. I guess I'll answer the question myself. Let me bring up Demian if I can. I'd like to see a picture of the map here. And so what we've seen on Demian in the ZVT matchup is instead of taking a 3rd across the map like you do see a really far 3rd, there is actually a 3rd that you can take. Let's say you spawn at the top position. You have an 11 o'clock spawn on this map and a 3 o'clock and a 7 o'clock spawn. So if you spawn over at that 11 and then at the 12, that's where you're going to take your natural base. And as you move continually to the right, there's a double ramp expansion that you could take, one with a very wide ramp. And you could take your 3rd right there. It's got a gas and a good mineral bank. But the problem is you are stuck in that one location, which means that Terran can push out your natural, and if it doesn't work, easily and quickly push over to your 3rd. But if you go for, let's say, the 3 o'clock expansion, which would be a 2nd main base, it's a little bit harder to defend against. And it's not that far for, let's say, the 7 o'clock spawn to attack the 3 o'clock or the 11 because they're equidistant. And it looks like we have another fan here in the stands. Someone almost skinnier than a Star Girl. Boy needs to start eating some meat. He does live in the rich area of South Korea. Whoa, chat was cleared. Who the hell did that? Oh, Blind Rar. Okay, I guess the Twitch chat got cleared and that threw everybody off. Awesome. It's getting rowdy. Guys, we know that Brood War is succeeding if the Twitch chat is out of control and we have to ban people. Because that means that everybody's getting into the festivities. And even though things are getting out of control, it's okay. I do welcome you all here. It is me right now as I guess XKCD is taking a quick break. We are 2 hours and 40 minutes into this cast, going into game number 5 of the best of 7 series. So the ace match still yet to be seen, and we don't know who's going to win here. It is all up in the air. I think a lot of people really are cheering for Kwanro. Not just Korean fans, but foreign fans alike. Mind is the enemy. Remember that he is a KT Rawlstar player.
약간 불안하다 싶었는데
네.
지금 이제 세 번째 네 번째 판 보니까 확실히 이제 자기 기세 살려서
네네.
이제 전승으로 다시 이기면서
Someone's wondering in the chat if the coat that this fan is wearing right now on stream is necessary, because how cold can it be? But I live in Florida, and the Sunshine State of America, and I'm wearing the exact jacket, but it's orange. It looks like the SKT jacket that the guys used to wear to keep themselves warm, the big fluffy ones. Remember back when they had that orange coloring? Very similar. I actually should be putting on my SKT uniform, but since I'm not showing any video stream, I don't need to put on my SKT or my Team Liquid jersey. But I do have both because I do like to support the merchandise of StarCraft. Get your Team Liquid jacket, guys, and your Team Liquid paraphernalia if you do not have it. Yes, I do live in Florida. Hey, and do not hate on the SKT Orange. They had the glory days during that time. Really intense battles in the Pro League finals every year, every Winners League. It was SKT versus KT. That rivalry is actually absolutely badass. I'm living in Jacksonville, Florida, for those of you who know the specifics of the state. Someone's saying it's minus 30 outside. God, that sucks. I did not want to be in that part of the world. Oh, now we're seeing the map. Okay, this is what I was talking about earlier. If you look at this map here, not that it just looks like Destination, but it's a really odd map for taking a third as a Zerg player. You can go to one of the other spawn points to build your hatchery, to get that distance if you want to. There's a few places that you can hide your hatcheries, but there's not a lot of places if you want to do like a 2 racks, a BBS style push. You can't really build in the middle of the map because that road, I believe, is unbuildable to buildings. So you don't have to worry about that too much. Still, good scouting is going to be important early in this game. And we've definitely seen on this map also at the 7 o'clock position, where if there's a lack of turrets, that Mutus can do a lot of damage on that mineral line and escape pretty easily. There's a huge gap there, and this is the map that I predicted that there was going to be a Doom Drop style play. I don't know if there's going to be a game that will last that long to get the Doom Drops. Surprisingly, Avalon was the longest map we've had today. And I think that Kwanro might be able to go for maybe slow lurker Doom Drops. That would be the coolest thing ever. And trust me, it is slow lurker drops are viable. If you remember Bisu versus Yellow on Heartbreak Ridge, Yellow just making this massive comeback to KT after serving in the military service. Does this incredible build that defeats Bisu. So maybe we'll see something like that today. Something absolutely incredible against Mind. Alright, it is the Kongdoo Starz League. I am BisuDagger. Along with me is amazing XKCD. His silence will end soon, I'm sure. And we are going in right after this brief video introduction. Sweet! Spam who you want to cheer for in the chat right now, guys. It is the countdown. We are going into this game number 5. The best of 7 here, spawning on the map. It looks like we're going to have horizontal spawns 4 or 5 games now in a row. And what is this going to lead to? We're seeing the bottom left-hand corner, that 7 o'clock spawn. It is going to be Kwanro, the, I'm guessing, purple Zerg. Usually when I'm unsure of the color, it ends up being purple. And then this looks like the off-white, gray, whatever you want to call it. Teal? No, let's go with teal. That's going to be Teal Terran at the 11 o'clock position. Correct me otherwise if I am wrong. And okay, so the Overlord is going to be going to that 3 o'clock position. And I want to point out that Kwanro has not sent his Overlord in the correct scouting direction in any of the games. So really unfortunate for him. He just seems to be really bad at guessing. So instead, every time he has an instinct, he should go against it. But look at this, an SCV is going to be coming out. And where's he going to find that spot to build a barracks? Right outside of his base, a closer position here. And what we've seen in some other matchups on Demian, where you do build this barracks out here, is that you can apply pressure towards your opponent. And since your barracks is so close to home, you can lift it and bring it back home if you need to. It seems that it seems that Mind is refusing to play this long game though. Okay, this is actually a BBS build? No way. Okay, I thought the supply depot would have been started by now, but no. Okay, is the second barracks going to get built, or we going to see just this one rack's pressure? Usually though, if you build a barracks before a supply depot, you're going to get that second barracks shortly after. But no way, this is going to be a 12 hatch. The expansion is going to be coming down for Kwanro, and this is about as good as it can get for Mind. Can Kwanro go for that Gosu defense that he's been able to show in a few of the early games here, or is this going to be the game breaker going into the rubber match of game number 6? Will Mind be able to take this one here? So the extractor does go down, and how in the world could Mind have predict that this would be a 12 hatch extractor build before the spawning pool? There is nothing that can defend against these Marines. The spawning pool coming down really late right now. Most likely he's going to lose that that hatchery at the natural base. I don't think that he is going to be able to hold on. Okay, looks like things are getting really crazy here as the spawning pool. We just have to eagerly await how it's going to play out here. And since the Overlord went in the wrong position, wrong scouting position here, everything has gone wrong for Kwanro. He does see this bunker here, and he's going to have to let the hatchery finish because he just needs to have enough time to build up inside of his main base to defend here. But I am really surprised that he's going to try and defend with these drones, because he's going to absolutely lose them. He's got a couple actually locked out. They're blocked outside of this natural base by that bunker. And is he going to be able to rush these drones in? He's going to try and bring them back. He does end up losing one, but managing to get the other two inside of his base. That's a good decision here. These bunkers do have that these Marines have that second bunker to run back to if they lose this front one here. And the mythical Kakaroo flying across the natural, trying to get a good view of this battle. But as soon as he sees the Marines that are firing, immediately flies its pterodactyl self out of the natural base battle. Oh, so a third bunker coming down. Mind making sure that this is absolutely going to succeed here. There's no way that this can get broken. I guess that he's keeping his drones at his natural in case he does decide he wants to go and push the bunkers and expel the Marine and the Terran forces outside of his natural base. And what the hell are we seeing? A fourth bunker from Mind. This is just getting out of control. And so he's going to pack it up and bring it inside of his natural. Welcome back, XKCD.
And I can't believe this. You know what I'm really thinking right now?
What's that?
Videos did Mind watch the last 2?
That's exactly what I'm thinking. This is so boxer-esque right now. And can you believe Kwanro went gas before a spawning pool? Especially on a short, aggressive map, being a 3-player map. How is he going to play out here? Oh, here comes the counterattack. He sent the Lings across the map, trying to play brilliantly here.
I don't think Mind can hold. That's just so many Zerglings.
From what we've seen for Kwanro, usually these Lings will work out here, but he doesn't really have a good space to attack these Marines here. And the holes are blocked up for right now. He's not going to be able to get inside. And unlike when we see a PvP siege, the Dragoons that usually can outrange the Marines, these Lings actually have to get into melee range if they want to take down buildings of the Terran forces. So a really precarious position here, and he does go in for the push.
He has to.
He can't get in though. He can't get through, and he's already lost way too many Lings.
This wall is just too strong. It's a fantastic wall that Mind.
Absolutely. Way too many Marines are out on the field. He lost half his Ling forces now, and I think that was a really big mistake to try and push in there and force the issue.
Well, it's interesting to know that Kwanro actually has a sunken in his main base here. He should have enough Ling to clean up these bunkers, but then the question remains at what cost?
Right.
You know?
And Mind did a great job of splitting Marines off into all of the bunkers instead of having them in
and he
one.
still keeps the bunker alive. alive. Oh my goodness. Is mine going to take this game now?
Yes, with that fire bat, there's definitely nothing that can deal with it. Oh, Kwanro does look like he's a little upset.
One medic. I think this game's over. I mean, Kwanro can't do nothing about this. He couldn't try to build a second hatchery, but it's going to be too late.
Oh, yeah. He doesn't have the larva. Even if he does have the economy, he can't build lings at the pace that he wants to build them because it took him so long to get the additional hatchery here. Oh, looks like he's going to lose his lings and tap out.
GG.
GG.
Kwanro's side of the studios, they're not looking happy right there.
Oh my goodness. Will the ex-KT player Mind win this in one more game? It is 3-2.
Oh my goodness. You know, I was thinking throughout that game, though, like, the two hatches are good builds for coming out from Kwanro because the main maps are, at least the main bases are pretty wide open. And we've seen many times in the past before trying to take advantage of that. You know, they failed or whether they succeeded in their
Right.
It's very hard for Terran Player to actually defend all that space. One would think you would kind of want to go mech here, but it seems like that Mind has got a lot of influence from Boxer. That's like, what, the third bunker rush already this game? At least, actually, every game so far has been a bunker rush attempt.
Yeah, it's been pretty incredible, and the fact that Kwanro went so conservative on that map, I guess, he didn't go conservative, he went just totally economical on that map instead of trying to go, play safe, and it backfired on him, which obviously, with the way Mind's playing, he should have been able to predict that this was going to happen. You know what I'm really upset about, though, XKCD?
What are you upset about?
The fact that we've done map analysis for every game, and it has not meant anything. I mean, we really are not able to predict these games at this point. We're going back to destination. We're back on a giant 4-player map, okay? And what is there to say about this? Based on game number 1, are we going to see something similar? Possibly. I think the only way that this can be prevented is if there's a cross-spawn game.
Even if there's a cross-spawn, we're going to see someone try to do something really aggressive. The name of the game now.
It really is.
Both players.
And so what's really scary is, so Circuit Breaker went into the favor of Kwanro, so Terran still hasn't won a game on Circuit Breaker, and Demian is the final map. So the way this game just played out, oh look, it's yellow!
The man himself.
Wow, the man responsible for this, looking sharp. He doesn't look that old either. He's in his 30s. And he's looking young 30s. He doesn't look like the worn, old tired 30s, you know?
You know what the funny part about this is that this is the same scenario that Yellow's been in before with all these bunker rushes in the Unboxer. You know, this is like 10 years later.
Right.
Seeing the ultra aggressiveness.
Holy shit, dude! You're definitely right. This is why it's called the Kong League. Going total Kong style here. I guess Mind wants to give Yellow flashback nightmares. This is total shell shock right now. We're gonna see Yellow just like screaming and terrific horror very shortly.
Oh my goodness! You know what the funny part about this is?
What's that?
Because the fact that Mind has a 1-game advantage now, and he's also at match point, he can actually just throw away the next game. If he wants to play Demian again. He can
Absolutely.
Do really crazy. So he actually might just go for another bunker rush next game. And it doesn't really matter that much.
Alright, well, with no further ado, guys, this is the Hungry App Kongdoo Starz League Finals. It is BisuDagger, myself, and XKCD, my co-caster, on the microphone right now. As soon as this player preview is over, we're going to see the countdown and be going into game number 6 on Circuit Breaker.
I like how you had that that low tone for Circuit Breaker.
Absolutely. It has to be Circuit Breaker. It's like the Thunderdome. Gonna go Mad Max style. Oh, Mad Max build should be totally a build for something. We need to discover a Zerg build to call the Mad Max style.
It's called Crazy Zerg.
Crazy Zerg. You know what? Mad Max 4 looks pretty good. Have you seen the trailer for that new movie?
I will definitely go out to the movie theater to watch it.
It looks badass. If you've ever played Borderlands 1, that's what the movie reminds me of.
I think more of like Fallout with some Borderlands elements.
Right. Well, definitely like the characters, the villains that you fight in Borderlands 1. You know, they kind of like they got the desert, no shirt, wearing a mask, tons of tattoos.
Right.
Yeah, but I guess Fallout works too.
Enough Mad talk. We're just StarCraft time now. So
Absolutely.
Mine be the purple Terran in the top left, and we're gonna have Kwanro be the white Zerg in the bottom left. So it's gonna be a repeat of the first game. It's just the split. Oh, what's this? An early pull coming out for Kwanro.
I love this response. Kwanro showing that he is the man. And as someone mentioned in the chat, the Overlord is going in the right direction. For the first time ever, Kwanro is going to have everything go into his favor. So where is this bunker going to come up? Okay, so it's going to be right up the ramp here. That's nice and safe. The extractor's coming. So, oh, he uses the extractor trick. Very interesting.
You're gonna get an extra drone out of this.
Yes, he does.
It's a very good build order from Kwanro with that drone trick. And looks like mine could have scouted in the right direction. It seems. Maybe.
Maybe.
No!
Oh, he's gonna go cross spawn. He's going No, is he gonna go left or is he gonna go cross spawn? Right. You know, he's going right.
He's going right.
Oh my goodness, this is as bad as it was for game number 5 for Kwanro. Okay, but these Lings do not have speed. So it's going to take them a while to get across this map, regardless of what the spawn positions were, but thank God not cross spawn for Kwanro. And he is getting that additional hatchery. The second hatchery is really important because you need that extra larva to kick in and those additional Lings. Okay, so the Lings are going to pick up this SCV and immediately... Okay, they're going to avoid the SCV. Don't want to waste their time on that. But mine knows what's going on now.
Mine's going to have to pull a couple SCVs just to block the ramp and get that second Marine out very soon so you can have enough DPS to take down the Zerglings.
Now this is a decently wide ramp, and a lot of the Lings can get some surface area. These SCVs, they get inside.
Oh, the SCVs get inside.
Oh, the Marines are down. The SCVs are falling. The SCVs are falling. The base is broken in.
Marine needs to keep that Marine as long as possible. Oh, fantastic!
Well, oh wow, the Marine barely stays alive. It needed one more hit to go down. These Lings, are they going to be able to get to this Marine, though? It's going to get so close. Oh, one more hit. One more hit. He does get the Marine, but the Ling does go down. His second hatchery is about to finish, though. And once that pops, a lot more Lings are going to be able to come in here. And the extractor is going to get finished soon. A third hatchery. So this is getting quite insane.
Quite insane indeed. And mine still can't really expand because it doesn't have the Marine count. So support it. You're going to have to get in a bunker at the very least.
Yes, he's going to need a second barracks, too, to deal with this.
Right, and it looks like he's going to build a command center, the high ground, with the ultra safe build coming out from mine. Especially with him losing all those Marines early on.
Now, Circuit Breaker is a map where he should be able to block the ramp from the top with a barracks and a command center, shouldn't he?
You could probably do it with a barracks and a Whitey. Then, once again, you would have to actually know that Kwanro was going for a 9-pull beforehand.
Right.
So it looks like mine has enough Marines right now. He has 5 Marines, so it's actually a considerable firepower. So any early Zergling build should be fruitless. And mine's going to have that scout and SCV.
Yeah, the SCV is getting way too much information right now. The fact that he sees the extractor, the third hatchery. What he can be gathering from this, though, is that it may be evolving into a more standard build. What Kwanro needs to do, though, if he is going to still go for a more of a heavy aggressive Ling style attack, is hide a lot of his Lings and wait until that command center tries to push out, and then immediately run inside. So as the command center is running out right now, these Marines are going to push forward off that ramp and start guarding the new choke point at the natural instead of at the ramp.
Alright, Mine's going to get a second barrage coming out from this. Well, what I think Mine needs to do is still build a bunker no matter what. It looks like he's going to try to do that with that one SCV he has in front of the...
Yeah, the bunker's pretty standard in this situation to build at that choke point. You want to make it as small as possible because it's really wide. There's nothing that you can't really block that wide opening with just Marines. No matter how perfect your tightness is shoulder to shoulder on that Marine wall.
Oh, this looks like Speed just finished for Kwanro. He's going to try to peek in a little bit, but that's just simply way too many Marines coming out for Mind.
Yeah.
And it looks like Mine's going to get a slip an SCV by the Zerglings.
On top of that, Mind is getting stim right now. And so if he gets a few medics out and stim finishes up, then he will be able to go for a push. Try and apply some pressure. Maybe force Kwanro to do some things that he doesn't want to do. Okay, so the two medics are in here. Stim's going to finish up by the time he does reach that base. And this is going to be a really critical position for Kwanro to be in. Is he going to be able to hold right here, or is he going to lose this game? And the entire tournament is in his hands right now.
Right, well, what we have to do is be able to delay this push for as long as possible until the mutas come out. So,
but he does get a few Marines out the front. He is short on sunken colonies, though. He's going to need to pull drones right now. I feel like he doesn't have enough, and a fireback comes in too. This is too critical now.
This is GG. I think this is GG.
Unless he has mutas, this is going to be GG. Oh, he's got to pull everything back inside of his main base.
Mine's running up the ramp right now.
He's avoiding taking down that natural hatchery. He's just going to try and take down all the workers inside of this main base.
Oh, good drone joke.
A decent surround, though. He does manage to get that firebat, and I think that was a mistake by Mind. I know that he wanted to go for that, for taking down a lot of those workers, but I think he could have taken down that natural. And if he took down the natural, he would have taken out lair tech also. And no mutas if he takes out lair tech.
At the very least, we should have kept thats Marines and those firebats alive as long as possible, just for the threat.
Right.
Even if they're just hiding like a corner of the base, but that potential threat alone is a devastating thing for Kwanro to be worried about. But what it does still does allow Mind to build a turret range to get its own defenses up, and then get ready to go for another push coming out soon.
Yes. So it looks like Kwanro is going to be mining from both gases, I guess, at this point. Mutas are really one of the #1 things he needs right now in this game. And he needs to get them fast, and he needs to get a lot of work done. There is some weakness on the mineral line of Mine's Natural. So I like the opportunity to be able to harass at that natural and maybe pick off a few SCVs. Because that turret ring is really only securing the main right now.
And we're going to see Mine go for another push again.
There's a decent amount of mutas, though.
It's pretty decent, but Paul needs to start microing them right away. You can't just delay it.
Right, and that's what we've seen consistently is that Kwanro is just going to wait for a straight-up engagement here instead of trying to slowly pick at them and chip away at the large numbers. And you know, the other thing that the Mutalist Micro does is it forces Mind to concentrate a lot on babysitting his units, you know, trying to measure out how many stims he needs to use.
There. That was huge, getting that medic right there.
Right. If he gets the next two medics, this whole entire force could die off. A nice scan, though. Very clever.
Fantastic hold micro coming in from Kwanro. That was actually pretty good Muta micro. I'm surprised.
Very nice Muta micro, and the Lings coming in at just the right point. You sometimes see a lesser Zerg player bring in the Lings at the wrong point, where they get picked off way too quickly, and the Mutas don't really have them as that extra shield. Because that's what they are. They're really just a meat shield at that point, while the Mutas go in and do tons of work.
But the reason what this does is we need to get Kwanro to rebuild his economy right now. I know his economy is in shambles. Sure, he has the Muta micro.
This is looking
Mine
like
has
this is
kinda
looking
been
like
well-
game number 3 though, where he wanted to apply pressure with Lings and Mutas continually instead of focusing on economy, and he wasn't able to force the issue and do enough damage. I think that Mind is just way too sound at home right now for any more damage to get done. He just needs to poke with Mutas with the Mutas he has and take that third base and get further ahead in his economy.
And you can see on the mini map that Kwanro's doing the same thing he did in the third game, but lots of Lings like going for like an all-in off of 2 bases.
Oh, this is very brave though. There's going to be a flanking move here with the Lings. The
terrible.
Muta's actually in really good position here, and Mind's going to lose his entire push. Oh, this is wonderful.
Oh my goodness. What a
Mind just made a
fantastic
huge
grab
mistake
from Kwanro.
here, and this may be the one opportunity, the Ihan timing for Kwanro to push in here and win. Oh my God, the Mutas are gone though. The Mutas get picked off.
Repaired in. GG.
Wow. Why? Why would he push? Why would he push on the bunker? Lost everything.
He shouldn't have pushed at all. He should just go back and then just get a own third.
He could have started picking up SCVs in the mineral line too. There were no Marines to prevent Mutas from harassing there. But congratulations to Mind, a 4-2 victory as predicted, and the TL predictions. Yes.
I was off by 1 game. Give me a break.
Alright, we'll catch you a break. But still, so everybody, the majority of the Brood War staff, congratulations for picking Mind as the victor here. And look how happy she is. Oh, this is awesome. Did he give it the kiss yet?
Not yet.
Okay, we need to see the all glorious epic kiss.
Well, congratulations to Mine for winning $22,000.
Absolutely, that is huge. That's going to be in the bank. His parents are crying because they're about to get a new home. And guess what? We're at 292 viewers. So
Wow, that's a lot of viewers.
this is astronomical numbers. Guys, I am so happy for you guys to be in on this cast. Thank you so much for joining myself, BisuDagger, and XKCD. It is amazing. I hope you guys can show support. Like us on Twitch. And we will be doing the next KSL for sure.
For sure, and I'll definitely have a better mic for that time. But just you wait.
That's right. Better microphones, better equipment, more overlays. Maybe we'll get one of the graphics guys to help us out for future overlays on Team Liquid. All right, let's see if
I just
anybody...
can't believe that game.
Do we have any translators in the Twitch chat?
Good question. Wish Stratos was here. His
Wow.
Korean's actually pretty good.
So this is technically the second MSL win for Mind here, because GomTV Season 3 MSL winner, you're looking at him right here, 2007 Mind, is back in GomTV's studio again with a KSL win.
All right. Oh, you're talking about the 4-1 finals? You want to cast that, Bisu?
It's in 2 hours. I don't know if I can stay up all night.
Yeah, I don't know if I can do it either, man.
I
3
want
a.m.
to.
for me.
I want to have some semblance of a Sunday. I actually have stuff to do tomorrow morning.
I have deadlines to do.
Right. But you know what? I might recast it tomorrow night. Let's see how things go for me. But if we can get VODs up quick enough, I'll try and recast the 41 SL for you guys. Nothing's set in stone. You know, that's almost a smile for Mind. I'm kind of proud of him for showing a little bit of emotion.
Yeah, I think he should be pretty happy with that.
Yeah. You gotta accept.
Bunker rush in every game.
Wow, this is a pretty historic finals.
Now I'm wondering if this will set like a new age of play on the fish ladder.
Right.
Every Terran's gonna be like bunker rushing every Zerg now. Because Mind demonstrated that it's still possible for Terrans to win. Even if your bunker rushes fail. Even if you're on 1 base Terran against 5 base Zerg, you can still win.
Okay, you make that sound ridiculous, but it was. What? Five
It's so
base.
ridiculous that it works.
Five base versus
Mine
one.
proved it.
Oh my goodness.
Like, even if Kwanro's not the best micro, you shouldn't be winning that.
Right. Now, I'm really curious to if mine did the same build orders against Zero, who we thought would have put up a really good series against Mind, would have resulted in the same ending.
Oh no, they'll just smack Mind up.
Right.
Right. It'd be like Ross, like a 13-second MMA fight.
I think
Be over.
exactly. I think I would have liquid betted Zero if it went to Zero versus Mind. I don't know. That's
You
risky.
have to think about it this way. Like Zero, the way that he changed his DVT playstyle to be ultra defensive.
Right.
In a sense.
Which is why I love it. Off two bases, he is incredibly difficult to take down.
Right, and then he's not going to wait for like a risky third. Like, he only takes his third when he gets at least Nidus Canal, or even have Dark Swarm up. And because he knows he can come back in the late game.
Right. Okay, someone brought up something very interesting, and I wonder how this series would have played out if not Zero, but what if Effort, who's now playing Brood War again, was in that final series? How he would have treated that? Because we know his reverse all kill against Flash was all cheese.
That probably would have worked as well.
Yeah. Oh man, I can't wait. I hope Effort does make it into the next KSL and SSL. It'd be great to have another champion on board.
I mean, what can we take away from these games though?
Oh,
In the end of it all.
well, one, Kwanro played, as you mentioned, you called him a reactionary Zerg, in which we don't have that many reactionary Zerg players in the league, and I think that he did a pretty good job for the majority of the games of playing pretty reactionary and relying on micro to stay in the games. So I think he did that well, and he did it in the first two games. He did really good decision making with his drones to deal with Terran pressure. So there's a lot you can gain as a Zerg player from those.
Right. But I feel like I can't stress more than enough the importance for Zerg about having the right unit compositions.
Right.
In this entire game series, Kwanro basically skipped every other unit besides drone, Middlist, and Zerglings. Sure, in the fifth game on Avalon, he had the lurkers, but they were for the most part ineffective, like a non-factor. He wasn't really using them properly.
Yeah, he needed to get up to Hive Tech quicker with that advantage and get the filers out. And I think we need to see a new age, though, where Zergs are able to go different tech routes than having to go mutas off two bases every game. And that's really where Zero is excelling, is that he doesn't rely on mutas to take him into the later game. He does rely on them defensively, but he can still it's just different if you ever watch his ZVT. But still, I mean, are we going to be ever able to see a Hydro Lurker composition that can take a Zerg player into the mid game, or is that just not ever going to be viable?
Who knows? I mean, what we're seeing right now is that for somehow the Mina Zergling combination is becoming viable again.
Right.
So what's stopping Hydro Lurk from being viable again?
Oh, and here comes the big check.
This is exactly like Yellow versus Boxer. Losing
Yeah,
for the same reasons.
And Yellow standing next to the Kong, Quan Kong.
This can't be more of a...
Wait, his new name is going to be Kongro.
Get Kongro.
Kongroad. Oh, and you get second place flowers. I wonder what first place flowers look like.
That would be fantastic.
He's getting 10 million won. I mean, that's pretty awesome. 10 million of anything is pretty good.
Especially it sounds like it won.
Yeah.
Won sounds like a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
Like you walk up to a Korean barbecue, you're like, yo, I got 10 million won. They'd be like, oh, snap.
Mm-hmm. Korean barbecue. I went 10 million wons worth of kimchi. Just give me lots of that roasted cabbage.
Kimchi, please. 2 fried rice.
And a small bowl of fried rice. All right, let's see how much dollar amount we're gonna see on this this next giant check. I want to see him kiss the trophy, damn it!
Maybe we'll wait until after the final prize is handed out, then we'll see the kiss of the trophy.
He does get the pretty star girl.
Maybe the star girl helped win the game.
Does anybody have any information on this guy that he's talking to?
Maybe the Kongdoo president?
That's what I'm wondering.
Or Hungry PV president, maybe. This guy has zero public relations. You're just reading off a little note card.
Right. Hungry App TV's president, I'm guessing here. Probably because he couldn't remember mine's name. He's like, wait, what? Who just won here? Yeah, no, you know what he just realized? He goes, oh, this isn't the league finals. Okay, StarCraft, right. You know, what is StarCraft but a one-player MOBA with a lot of units?
Aeons of Strength? What? That's where all MOBAs came from.
Yeah. Oh, here comes the handoff. Oh man, he gets the smoke and he gets the graffiti. What a badass.
25 million won.
25 million won. That sounds like something Dr. Evil would request.
That's a lot of money.
That is. And it says champion on it. What a badass. Now, do you cash that in or frame the check?
You do both.
Yeah, I hope they let him keep the check and just write void on the back or something. Whatever Korean word is for void. Oh, that is a massive clap right there. She really, you know, went the full length of her arms.
She did, man.
Indeed.
You know, I'm actually liking those banners on the side, and also above the.
Yeah, the player banners. Those are pretty sweet. Thank goodness we're getting done before 3:30, guys, because at 3:30 I turn into a werewolf. Makes for an interesting cast. It'd be called the XKCD and K9 show.
I'm just waiting for mine to catch the trophy so I can go to sleep.
I know, which I don't know if that's gonna happen. What I would like Mind and Kwanro to do is combine that money and re-host the tournament.
Why you want Bisu to win
Just,
this time?
exactly. Keep filtering the money back in the tournaments until Bisu wins it all.
Why not just host your own Star League and invite him and invite a bunch of Peruvians?
Because I don't have money. Or Peruvians. Peruvians will participate in any tournament, won't they? Now here's the deal. They should really take this money and try and pay to prevent Bisu's mandatory military service. Let's buy out his military position.
I don't think that's possible. That'd
No.
be bad. That'd be illegal.
No, what if I find a Korean in the United States to send in place of Bisu? Like a proxy.
How can you find a Korean that's actually good enough to replace Bisu?
Well, you know, Bisu's all hands and looks. I don't imagine he's the best actual physical warrior. I mean, if he's gonna kill, you know, an opposing enemy in North Korea, he's probably just gonna stare at him and, like, you know, chant his handsomeness around. Thank you guys who are filtering out of the chat here. It was a wonderful time casting for you guys. So thank you. If you don't hang out any longer, It has definitely been awesome, and I cannot wait for the next Kongdoo Starz League.
Do we have any information from when that will start?
I do not know. We'll probably find out soon. Hopefully, Preach and Stratos and all our other Team Liquid correspondents in Korea will be able to gather that information while they're out there, kind of figure this out for us.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
It'd be really nice, though. It's like both the new company and the Sonic company got together and made a pro league.
Mm-hmm.
It's totally doable because they have the infrastructure now.
Yeah, it's definitely getting to that point, and you know, with Sonic getting a ton of money, and he should be able to support the amateur scene coming in and playing pro league matches down the line. 2015's got a lot in store for Brood War. You know what? Mind and Kwanro have really good sportsmanship. Kwanro came up there and really put on a good act after losing that series.
Oh, there's the kiss. Yes.
Oh, we got it!
I can finally go to sleep.
GG, amazing XKCD. GG.
Good game, boys. Good game.
Alright, guys. This is BisuDagger along with XKCD. I want to thank you all one more time and wish you a good night, a good weekend. Take care of yourselves, and until next time, peace out.
Peace.